What's up, guys? This is Darja. Big shout out to Rocarazzi Press. Reggie, you're awesome. Thank you for having me. You can find me on darjasmusic.com and on Instagram, darjasmusic.
All right, what's going on, guys? It's your man, Big Veg, your Rocarazzi Media Ambassador. Rock Winner Radio, Rock Winner Press. We are your number one networking tool for the media, and you already know what it is. I have my Rocarazzi Memoir Series where I tap into, the past, present, and future of one's career. And here we have the EDM pop princess of the world. You know what I'm saying? Miss Darja. Darja, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much, Reggie.
So Darja, real quick, put the people on to, basically give us a little bit, like a mini bio and bring up to people, just in case people aren't familiar with you and who you are. Put the people on to who you are and who you're about and where you're from and all that stuff.
All right, cool. So I'm Darja. I am an EDM pop artist located here in New York City. Love this town. So I was born in Riga, Latvia, grew up in Germany, lived in London, and I moved to New York to become an actress. And my music career started quite early. I was always singing. I come from an era where Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, like that's what I was listening to, and got so inspired. And then I started getting singing lessons and piano lessons. And in Germany, I went through the reality TV route. I auditioned for Pop Stars. That was a while back. And
2001, I believe.
Yep. And got quite far, but last minute I didn't get into the band. They were looking for a band back then. But I was at the table discussing a record deal with East West, due to faulty management, it kind of fell apart last minute. But I went to study in London, and then after studying, or during my studies, actually I auditioned for Pop Idol, which was also really fun, and auditioned for Simon Cowell. It was very cool.
Right. He said that you got the X Factor.
That was even before the X Factor, the show existed. So it was really, I see it as a big compliment,
Yeah. I mean, Simon, you guys don't know, from American Idol, he's real, he's real, he's real blunt with his comments. So when he said you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? So that's what's up. Shout out to Simon.
I was definitely very flattered.
Right.
So then I moved to New York to become an actress, and I went to acting school. I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Right.
I studied there for 2 years. I finished my studies, and it led me back to the music. Because at some point I was like, I'm never gonna sing again, and stepped away from the music because it was such a whirlwind of execs and meetings and everything, and I was so young and I didn't have a voice yet. So going to acting school and being on stage again, and it helped me to really get back in touch with who I am as an artist, and led me back to the music. And I started writing. I stayed in touch with an amazing producer in Germany who always believed in me, who encouraged me to start writing my own stuff. And so that's what I started doing, and one thing led to another, and I started performing. And live performing was something completely new to me, and being in New York, it's one of the most competitive cities in the world for music. The level of performing here is very, very high. So I was very proud of myself to hit the stage and to perform in front of a real live audience, and it wasn't easy, but I loved it. I really loved it. So now I'm at a stage where I'm bringing out new material. I just released a new music video for my single True Paradise. It's getting awards from different film festivals, which is very exciting. Directed by Evgenia Radilova. We started our own film production company together because I didn't want True Paradise to just be released on YouTube and that's it. I wanted to give it a real platform with a real production team behind it. The video was shot by Michael Tosner, who's an incredible cinematographer. The whole team, the whole cast was on point. So we already have 2 awards. We already have 2 Best Music Video Awards that I'm really proud of. And we're hoping to get more. And I recently shot I'm gonna have a new single release called Rise Up. And
that's coming soon.
Oh yeah, it's coming very soon. It's coming this summer, well, end of summer. We just shot an incredible music video for it with the Gaudens Martin Zulu. He's an incredible director.
Right, right.
He edits also incredibly well. He just edited, like, he basically edited 4 videos of Nicki Minaj. So working with him is like, I couldn't be luckier. I couldn't be happier.
Big name right there, y'all. Big name.
Sorry for name dropping.
It's cool. No, this is just, she's working with big people because people believe in her.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. So let's stop there. I want to kind of go back a little bit because, like I said, my memoir series is talking about the past, present, and future. So let's talk about your past. And I mean, you brought up, you being on reality TV.
Right.
And back in the days, I mean, there wasn't a lot of reality TV shows as there was now. So that must have been exciting. Why don't you tell us the experience about you being on the whole Pop Stars, the whole element? I mean, you got chosen
Right.
out of like 11,000 singers. And and then went down to 32, and then you're the last like a couple singers. So talk about that whole experience.
Right. So since I was a little girl, I was singing, I was performing. I used to be a rhythmic gymnast. So I grew up on stage. Being on stage and being successful as an artist was my dream goal number one since I can remember. So
The mission.
yeah, the mission, and everything was gearing up towards it. And I was very young, and Pop Stars had just gone into its 2nd season. I auditioned for the 1st season. They wanted to take me, but I was too young. So the 2nd season was where I was old enough, and I got very far. And I went in with this idealistic image, right, of what reality TV is all about. And for me, it was all about finding the right talent but ultimately, in my experience, and I'm sure other people have had different experiences, I saw the reality TV world from the perspective of it being a show, right? So it is a show, and it's all about
TV.
Yeah, it's TV. Like, you want people to watch it, and
Entertainment.
yeah, it's entertainment, and it's got to be dramatic, and it's got to have a story. So once in a while, I'd find myself in a situation, and with my fellow co-stars, where a scenario was created without our knowledge, and
Oh, really?
yeah, like we just done a choreography, for example, and it was like freaking amazing. We're all on point, we're all on fire, and even the choreographer was like, "You guys are on fire." Then he turns around for 5 minutes talking to the producers, comes back, cameras rolling. "You guys suck. You can do better." Like, and we were all a little bit like, well, that came out of nowhere. But truth is, it's more of an interesting story when there's hardship, I guess.
You know what it is? Every
People are struggling.
every story has its ups and downs, and obviously that's what they were trying to show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you did the show, and unfortunately you didn't make it at the end. I think if you was to make it, you'd be part of a group called Brosis. I think it's right.
Correct. That's correct. Yep. Well, I went quite far. Like, they took 6 into the band. I was part of the last 8.
Right.
And it was heartbreaking. I was very, very set on becoming a member, and but it was incredible. So once I left this world, and we were kind of like cooped up in this loft, so we didn't have a clue what was going on out there. Like, people started approaching me to get autographs, take pictures with me, and I had no clue that this was coming at all, because
I mean, they saw you on TV, Daria. You became a TV superstar.
but completely wasn't expecting it. Because
You didn't see it coming.
Yeah, we didn't know. We all we were seeing was cameras pointing at us. We didn't see it ourselves on television. So it was very interesting. It was a crazy experience.
So you did the show, and then unfortunately, like I said, at the end you didn't make it. But through that show, obviously you were seen by a lot of people. People started to approach you and all that, and you were approached to get down with East West Records. But but like you said earlier, a lot of things wasn't right. And then on top of that, I think you also didn't take the deal because you were also concentrating on your education as well.
Right. Exactly.
So talk about that.
Right. So to me, education is very, very important. So I felt like it was a big risk factor to go into signing a deal and being so young and not knowledgeable about the industry. It was a bit nerve-wracking, like, because you can become fodder, right? Because you're surrounded by all these big wigs and execs that know better, and they decide for you, and you don't have much say because they got the money,
And the artists, listen up.
So I always want to, like, I wanted to be in a position where I got the control handles in my hands.
Right.
So that's kind of like where I'm at right now, and I'm so blessed that over the last 2 to 3 years I was able to do exactly that. I was able to build up my music career, calling the shots, deciding of what I'm going to do, deciding of what I'm not going to do.
You basically have creative control.
Right, exactly, and I love that. I love that because I feel like it's easy to be swallowed up and like lose your voice. So I'd rather be independent and fighting than dependent and no say.
Right.
You know.
Whew, did you hear what she said? That's important. All right, so you did all the schooling and all that, and things is working out. You're doing your thing. I want you to talk about. Let's fast forward to now, where we got the True Paradise video out. You're doing it. Actually, before we do that, I want to talk about your acting. Because you've been in a couple commercials for Canon, for Puma. You've been the voice of Puma for a while. Talk about that experience as well, because that's another lane that other artists that might want to get in.
Yeah, I think it's very important as an artist to be versatile, right? So I feel like once you're a performer, you can perform in many different layouts, and it's always easier, I guess, for management to work with you if you can do multiple things. So acting for me is an incredible outlet. I really enjoy it. One of the best gigs I've done was actually a voiceover in German, which was cast here in New York. And all I remember is my mom calling me super excited. Oh my God, I just heard your voice on national television here in Germany. And it was a Puma Animagical spot with Usain Bolt being featured. So I was super proud of that moment. It was very cool. It was very cool to book it. And I've done a couple of commercials, short films, and I'm always auditioning, always in the game. I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Do you? This is just a question off the record. Do you still get nervous doing auditions like that, or?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But it's all about preparation, right? So if you get the sides in advance, I practice before the audition, and I always go in with the knowledge that I have nothing to lose.
Right. Head high.
Yeah, head high. Do my best. If I'm not the right person for the role, I'm not the right person for the role. It's a very subjective. Like the actor's world is a very subjective world. Yeah.
Tell her she gets around, y'all. I'm telling you, acting, woo, music. Telling you. So getting to the music, like I said, let's fast forward to now. We have the True Paradise video out that you just put out. I believe it was like a month or two ago. Yeah. I remember she had the video release party. Oh yeah, I had to come through, man. Get my Rocarazzi on, take the pictures and all that. I had to come through and support. Ain't nothing like that. She told me to come through. I'm there. So that was cool. Talk about the concept behind that video, because that video is very detailed. You got dances, you got all types of, you got fire and it's crazy.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna make sure that I put the video at the end of this interview, so y'all check it out. You know what I mean? But just a snippet, because I want y'all to go click on her link so she gets the hit and everything is good. You know what I mean? So a little teaser, but go ahead and talk about that that video. Like I said, it's very detailed. Talk about the whole concept. Who's involved and everything.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're asking this question, because I feel like True Paradise is one of the best things I've ever created to this date.
Right. You worked so hard on it. You winning awards. You got like 3K views. You doing your thing.
Yeah, we worked very hard on it, and the concept came to life where. So I had a single called True Paradise. I was performing with it a lot, and my audience was very responsive to it, and they loved the song. And I kept saying to myself, okay, the song is doing so well, I gotta create a visual for it. I gotta create a visual. And I started thinking about what the visual should be for True Paradise. What is True Paradise? How do you interpret True Paradise? And I didn't want to go the normal route of, film on the beach, here's paradise, lost on an island.
Common stuff.
Yeah, I didn't want to repeat. I didn't want to imitate. So I started thinking about what is true paradise. And to me, true paradise is when you're really content within, when the fire is burning within, when you're working towards an exciting goal, when you wake up in the morning and you're excited to wake up and work and create. So that to me is true paradise. And I wanted to reflect that in the music video. And then I started thinking fire, like when the fire burns within. And so then I was in Mexico and there were fire dancers, and I was like, holy crap, that's what I need in that video. I need fire dancing. I need people to do live fire, to manipulate a dangerous and yet such a beautiful thing. And it's very symbolic to me. So I remembered a girl that I went to acting school with, Evgenia Radilova. Like, she was posting pictures of herself fire dancing, and I was like, oh shit.
Ding dong!
Sorry. I gotta contact this girl. I gotta ask her if she can teach me how to fire dance. And then it kind of like, it's like puzzle pieces start falling into place. And I'm a true believer in something. In if you are so focused and know that it has to happen, pieces start falling into place without you even planning it. It's just like
everything comes to you.
Yeah, like you have to know what you want, you have to focus on it, and it has to come from a good place. And so as soon as we met up, I was like, listen, I want to create this music video, and I need you to teach me how to fire dance. And she said to me, listen, I would like to be a director. Can I direct your music video? I was like, oh my God, like I didn't even think about who will direct this video, but yes, like thank you. You're in.
I mean, the fact that she had the idea and like the whole science behind it. I mean, I think she fit the part as a director as well.
Absolutely. And she's also featured as a dancer in the video.
Yeah. She had the experience.
Yeah.
It's only right.
It was unbelievable. The whole project just fell into place like it was always meant to be, and it was just the right time for it to happen. So, and I also said I wanted this video to be like a movie. So we came up with a concept of girl lost in the city, and we were filming in Brooklyn.
Crazy storyboard.
Right. It was insane. And the idea was for me to like finding the fire within. So a girl loses her fire within, and she's running into these people on the street who all remind her of the fire and lead her to the fire, and it all ends up in this orgasmic scene on the rooftop where everybody's dealing with where I find the fire within, dancing with fire. My dancers had fire, and I gotta tell you, don't try this at home. Dancing with live fire is not it's not the safest thing you can do.
Kids, listen up.
So you better try it with somebody who knows what they're doing. There's a lot of regulations and laws you have to adhere to. And
I mean, there's a whole science behind that, so you don't hurt yourself.
Exactly. So it was very, like in a way, it was nerve-wracking and a little bit dangerous, which made it so much more exciting.
The adrenaline rush must have been crazy, Darja.
It was.
That's what's up. So
you feel the heat when you deal with live fire. You feel the heat. It's not just like I'm dancing with fire. It's like it's you feel it.
So they can catch True Paradise on YouTube, and where else can they catch it?
It's on YouTube. Right now it's just on YouTube, and I'd be grateful if you could watch it, share it, show it to your friends. It's a piece of art, and we will be featured in the Jersey Shore Film Festival shortly, in the beginning of August, and we are still waiting on a few other film festivals to see if we could get featured and promoted. And
now, is this record gonna be on a compilation coming up, an EP or album, or?
The record is living on iTunes as a single right now.
Okay. So it's just a single out right now.
Yes, it's a single out there already. Videos out. I just want True Paradise to actually exist as its own entity because it's such a meaningful song to me. Yeah.
So that which makes me to my next question. Are you working on an EP or a project? Like, can we expect something from you soon, or?
I'm so excited to announce that my new single is coming out called Rise Up. This song is incredibly meaningful to me because it talks about my story as an artist. It talks about my story so far. Because I don't like to talk about it because I like to stay positive. But it was a painful experience to be so close to becoming a national pop star in Germany, for example, and then lose it in the end. So Rise Up is talking about the rise, like picking yourself up from that experience.
From your downfalls. Yeah. And you know it is. to piggyback off of that, when you're speaking on life experience from negative to positive, it is positive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not negative. It's positive. You know what I mean? Because you're expressing your story to others,
Right.
and you're telling basically your story about coming from the bottom up, maybe having a couple L's, couple loses, but winning in the long run because of the experience that you went through.
Right, right. So Rise Up is talking exactly about that. The first sentence is, and that's the only thing I'll give away.
Yeah. That's it though. We can't give y'all too much. Y'all gotta wait. Y'all gotta wait because if I gotta wait, y'all gotta wait. All right. But go ahead. Give them the first sentence though.
Came back to life down at the bottom. Oh, oh.
Okay, that's it. That's enough. That's it. That's all y'all get. See. Y'all should be thanking me because I gave y'all that. So that was like the Instagram version, like the first 15 seconds. I'm joking.
So you gotta wait for the rest of it. I want to release it together with a music video, and we will be running it by a couple of record companies to see if we can get some backing behind it.
So when can we expect it? In the next month, too? Or I mean, you don't gotta give me a date, but
Right. I'm aiming for end of September, but stay tuned. Okay. Stay tuned.
So let's say in the fall.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So in the fall, look out for it. All right. Once again, though, like obviously we got the next single, Rise Up. But can we expect a project, like an actual EP or album from you soon?
So next to the single work that I've been releasing, I'm working on an acoustic EP.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
because you're EDM pop, so that's like another lane that you're kind of venturing in. That's kind of different.
I gotta say, something happens to me when I sit at the piano. So I recently started playing the piano a lot, and when even when like producers send me their tracks, I usually ask them to give me the chord progression because there's something that happens to my soul when I press these chords. There's a special relationship I have with the piano, and then it vibrates through me. So I started playing again 2 years ago a lot, and music started coming out of me that is not necessarily EDM. So I've been working on that, and my goal is to release a full-on acoustic Darja album, Darja Unplugged.
Shout out to MTV.
Right. And it's completely my own work, and so this is something that you should look out for because it's going to be a very, very special project.
Now, is the piano the only instrument that you play other than obviously your vocals?
Yes, it is the only instrument I play, but I'm anticipating to start producing these songs together with percussion and together with guitar and together with violins, but all very like indie pop, smooth. I don't know, like this is sometimes music just comes to you and you have to honor it. That's what I'm doing.
I like that. You gotta honor the music, man. That's how we keep the pureness in music alive. You know what I'm saying? Darja, any performances coming up that you want to talk about that you're gonna be doing? Any chance that you're gonna be touching the stage sooner or later?
Sooner or later, for sure. As soon as Rise Up is hitting the market, I will be performing to promote it. Right now, I'm concentrating on writing. I'm writing. I want to give my fans something new.
Okay, that's what's up. And I ask this question to everybody that I interview, and I feel like this is important. You especially, you have a lot of longevity in music, in entertainment, period. Reality TV, being a musician, being an actor. You know, you've been around. Give some advice to those that might be watching, that might be struggling to get themselves out there, that might be struggling to, not understand the script, that might be just struggling to what I'm saying, to get into entertainment. You know what I mean? You being, in the game for so long, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Drop some jewels.
Right. Here are my jewels. So, in my experience, the most successful musicians have stayed true to who they are. They are authentic. They're producing music that comes from their soul, from their heart. They're not imitating anybody. So your goal as an artist is to find out who you are as an individual. What is your message? Your message. Don't imitate anybody. Don't think that you have to imitate somebody to become successful. Your true voice, that's what matters. Your authenticity. Like if you're on stage and you're not authentic, if you're not singing from your soul, your audience will know. I mean, your audience is not stupid. Humanity is not stupid. Like humanity is all about feeling together with you. So if you're feeling your own work, your audience will feel it with you. And one of the best compliments I've gotten recently was when I was performing my new single. Well, it's not out yet, but it's from the acoustic series. It's called Darkest Blue, and it was written for a very special man in my life. Don't ask me any questions.
Yes. Okay, I got it. I wasn't going to, but based off of what she just said, I'm not. Just kidding.
So the best compliment I've received the other day is when I was feeling the song, and the young woman who approached me said she was crying. She felt it. She felt it with me, and
She felt it inside, yo.
oh my God, when you can achieve that connection with your audience, with your fans, that to me is when you made it.
Right.
You know?
It doesn't matter about
Like-
the glitz or glam. That moment right there.
Yeah, like to me that was like I got goosebumps over
Like
my
you're
whole
reaching
body.
people.
Yeah, like this is the whole point. This is your task as an artist
Word.
to convey a message, to make people feel something.
Right.
Because it gets lonely out there, you know?
It does.
People want to connect and connect in special ways, and to me that's magical. Like being an artist, you're a magician.
Right.
Yeah.
Originality, y'all. That's what it is. That should be your true paradise. See, I just linked that up, right? Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm telling you. Hashtag that, true paradise, originality. Okay. So last couple things before we end this off. Darja, where can people follow you? Put the people on to where they can check you out as far as your Instagram, your Twitter, your websites and all that. Where can people check you out if they want to follow you?
Awesome. So my website is dariasmusic.com, and contrary to common belief, my name is not spelled D-A-R-I-A.
Right. Yo, quick thing, right? Because when I first started talking to her, when she approached me on Facebook Messenger, and we talked, and then I got a number. We talked more about doing this interview, and before I got off the phone, and I didn't want to offend her, but I'm like, how do you say your name? Because it's Darja. So you know what I mean.
Right.
So respectfully, I asked her what her name sounded like. She said Darja. So for y'all that don't know, it's Darja. It's not nothing else. Darja. Word up. But go ahead, keep on going on. Where else can they find you? The websites or whatever.
Right, so dariasmusic.com, DARJASmusic.com. I am Darius Music on Instagram. I am D Shabbat on Twitter, but I like Instagram more. I'm on Snapchat as D Shabbat as well, and Facebook, Darius Music. So my favorite ones are Instagram and Facebook, so that's where you can find me, contact me. On my Facebook, I always update my live shows that are coming up, so just follow my calendar, sign up to my newsletter. I'm on Reverb Nation as well, so yeah, I always update my own stuff, and I'd be grateful for your support. Follow me, and let's stay in touch.
Follow the journey. You know what I'm saying? Rise Up coming soon. True Paradise out now. Any last words? Shout out to anything.
Any last words? Man, I'd like to big shout out to everybody who's been supporting me up till now. I have a lot of you to be grateful, I have a lot to be grateful for, a lot of you to be grateful to, for supporting me, for writing me, for sharing my work. Thank you so much. Success and love to you all, always.
Darja, the EDM pop princess, the actor, reality TV show star, acoustic EP. So check that out. Rise Up coming soon. Like I said, you already know what it is. It's your man Big Veg, your Rocarazzi Memoir Ambassador, Rock One Radio, Rock One Press. We are your #1 networking tool for the media. Rocarazzi Memoir Series, where I tap in to the past, present, and future of one's career. Now. Due to the interview, if you don't know about Darja, now you do, from the past, present, and future. That's what it is. Stay tuned. I got more for y'all. I got more DJs. I got more actors. You know what I'm saying? I got more. Oh my God! I got so much more for y'all. Keep it locked.